we head to Hungary, the Hungaroring, for the start of the second half of Season 13 of the Apex Online Racing PC Split 1 Championship. And the Hungaroring, very famous for many reasons, for some epic racing, including Jenson Button's first ever Grand Prix win. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to go straight into the hot lap then, which has been provided to this week from Michael X99, as he is in the Mercedes, as he's about to start the lap here in 13 there. Very critical to get your lap absolutely perfect there to start with, to get a good line to start your lap. Anyway, here he comes then out of turn 14, straight on the power. He's on the super soft tyres, as that is the one of the three tyre compounds here. We've got the super soft, we've got the soft, and we've got the medium for this track. So going into turn 1, heavy braking at just after 100 metres. Very tight in turn 1, and just where the DRS activation point is there, the first of two on this Grand Prix track. Then heading now towards turn 2 at the 100 metre board, turns in there, just misses the apex slightly, but gets it correct there on exit as he goes through turn 3, which is completely flat, and then up the hill towards turn 4. Very critical corner this one, braking just at that Rolex banner, and this goes through completely, then taking it easy into turn 5. Very tight one this one, and it opens up a little bit on exit. Then coming to the chicane then of turn 6 and 7, 50 metre board, shift it down a couple of gears, get the apex absolutely spot on with the curves, absolutely beautiful. Going into turns 8 and 9, very crucial this part of the middle sector. You've got to get absolutely spot on power and throttle usage. Then going now towards turn 11, very tight this one, and straight on the power, a little short shift coming to the final sector then. Coming up to turn 12 then, just after the 50 metre board, braking a couple of gears down, and then coming up then towards turn 13, just under the Pirelli shadow there of the banner there, and then coming out of the final corner then up to turn 14. Pit entries on your right there, just before the Y, the safety car line, a couple of gears down, back and a little bit lost there from Michael, but that has been a lap of the Hungaroring here for the latest round of the PC Split 1 Championship at Hungary. Hello everybody, and welcome to another round of the Apex Online Racing PC Split 1 Championship. It's round 9 here, and once again I am joined by myself, Ryan L83, and my co-commentator, Chris, otherwise known as King Kodiak. Kodiak, welcome once again.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. Round 9 here at the Hungaroring has produced some memorable moments in the past. I look forward to more of the same today.
And joining us once again is our Finnish version of Ted Kravitz. It is former PC Split 1 champion Marco FD. Marco, welcome once again. And Hungary, what a track.
Thanks Ryan, and thank you Chris. Should be interesting again tonight. I mean, if we can go by what happened earlier today in real F1, I mean, should be a good race.
Yep, if you guys missed it, you need to watch it. It was an absolute banger of a race, and a certain Aussie, if you any spoilers out there, you may want to turn over. Anyway, more importantly, we're focusing on tonight here in Hungary, which starts the second half of Season 13. And weather, Marco, we are expecting any rain today, or is it going to be a dry race?
Yeah, I just took a look. It's an overcast race actually, so no rain, but that will bring out a very interesting strategy for the drivers, because this track is open to a couple of different approaches. So yeah.
So we're good, but we'll just take you through the standings very quickly if you are new to the series of AOR. And currently leading the championship is Wycombs on 124 points. He has a 14-point gap over Berg von Trips. And then in third is this man on your screen right now, Nick B, who's starting his quali lap there, going through turn with a lockup there. And then it's Afro in fourth on 77, and Ramdrop a point back in P5. So, Chris, Hungary, are you a fan of it, or are you not liking it?
Yes, very much so. We've seen some awesome moments, particularly through the run down to 2 and on that long left-hander, then on the run down from 3 heading down to 4, is where a lot of action tends to happen. Yep, cannot wait. I always look forward to AOR races at the best of times, but yeah, I am properly pumped up for this.
Yeah, so Marco, in terms of lap times, what are we expecting to see these guys doing on the super soft tyre? And we've also got the softs here and the medium, so if you could just take us through the expected lap times and also what these guys may do for strategy tonight as well.
That's a good question, Ryan. Well, super soft, we can expect at least low 19s from these guys, because as you can see, Berg already set a 19 high with normal soft tires, let's say. Strategy wise, like I said, there's different kinds of approaches. If you're like very good on your tires, you can do a super soft and then soft and another soft stint. So 10, 15 laps on the soft tires respectively. If you're, well, let's say stuck in traffic, you can also go for one of your stints to be on the mediums. That would require you to only do 8 laps on super softs, 12 on softs, and then the rest on the mediums.
Nook has just taken the pole position up from Berg then, as you say, 119.999. Couldn't cut that any closer to 120 if he tried. On the soft tyres, and Nook has just banged in a 119.8 on the super soft tyres. But like you say, that time is expected to come down as the session progresses. And Max has left the session again. Max has been having trouble. That's the second time he's left the session so far today. So the Force Indy driver running into difficulties. Nick B currently third. Sorry, go on, Ryan.
I was going to say Berg, I thought he was on a lap, but he's going to the pits, so we can take him out of the question. I think Nick's going for another lap, actually, so that's interesting from Nick B to go.
Is that 3 laps on the bounce he's done?
Yeah, he has. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a bizarre strategy, this from Nick B, but he's got the pole with a 19.8, so a good time there from one of the championship contenders. But I just want to quickly go through the constructors, by the way, which has all been provided to by Reese Benjamin, one of my subscribers, so thank you very much, Reese, for doing this. Mana leads the way on 176 points, and they've got a 54-point lead over their next rival, which is Mercedes on 122, then Ferrari on 119, McLaren on 112, and Red Bull on 107. So Mana looks like they're putting away with it at the minute, and obviously they've got Wycombs and Fizzy, two very, very quick drivers in their midst, and consistent
and
as
Nicky's
well.
lost his front wing. And Nicky's had an argument with a Barry. He has no nose.
He has, and that's not a good start to his lap. And he's got his teammate behind him there in the banana of the Renault of Papa. So hopefully he will. Yep, Nicky's let him through. So that's good sportsmanship, good teammates, good teammate decision right there. So this is going to be interesting qualifying. I really expect most of these guys, as Marco mentioned about the Supersofts not being great around here, to start on the soft tyre, and there's Berg, and we've also got Afro, Mathis, Nicky, all on the soft tyre, and everyone else so far in qualifying has set their times on the super softs. And watching RBK then, still on a winning 100% streak in podiums. Hopefully he's going to go 4 for 4 tonight, as he's just coming to the pits and he's only in 10th place, so not a good start here tonight. And it was a 122.5, so he must have made a mistake somewhere, so I think he needs to put his head down and hopefully keep his streak going, because it would be nice to have someone have a nice little streak going tonight. So we'll wait and see.
Franco Droz on my side has said if Papa wins, he'll do a shoey. So we've seen, I think his Wycombs has done 2 shoeys now, I think, this season so far. So more. Well, he's done at least 1. I thought he'd done 2.
Did he do 1 on camera?
Yeah, he did. I'm sure it was Wycombs that did it. Someone's done a shoey.
I've done a shoey.
Oh, is it? Oh, you strange boy.
Done 2 today, actually.
Nice.
In a podcast for Arrow.
Fugataro is
In a
coming to
podcast,
find.
how
He's taking
can
the.
people see that?
Yes, video footage. We have face cams on, Marco, so you can actually see me do it in the midst. So.
Alright. I thought podcast. I thought voices on.
Yeah. Anyway, Papa then
Go ahead, Chris.
Go on.
So Fugataro is taking the 8th position. Papa's on a lap then, 29.95 for his second sector, not too bad. Locks up a little bit heading into turn 12. So he's now coming to the tight 180-degree left-hander, 13. Then straight away into the right-hander of 14. Is he coming in? No, he is finishing this lap. Slight kick up of dust, runs slightly wide on the entrance of 14. Is that going to cost him on the soft tyres?
21
and he's at 21.0, so he lost a bit of time, I think, in that final sector, and that is 8th position for the banana car.
Chicane, Toro Rosso, Mr. Consistent, I'm going to call him. Always finishes the races, and he's coming to the pits. He's in P10, so not a bad job there. Max is back out there, obviously with the issues he's had so far in qualifying. He looks okay for now. Must be a technical calamity for him, and good to see him out on the track on the soft tyres. Wycombs has just slipped into pole position as I just joined him with a 19.2. That is a rapid
6/10. Wow, 6/10 over Nick B. There's a statement of intent for you.
Statement of intent for the championship, right there. Nick B's on a. I don't think Nick B's on an outlap, so we'll come back to him. Here is Fizzy, Wycombs' teammate in P5. So Fizzy doing a good job there, and I think he's coming back into the pits as he's driving as the Lord and Saviour Rio Haryanto. So Rio doing a good job there. Slick in the Mercedes as Rosberg doing pretty well in P6 on the soft tyre. Afro, I believe, is on a lap, and he's in the McLaren as Jenson Button. Expect them to be somewhere in the top 5 tonight. In qualifying, he's been very quick from what I've heard, so we'll see if he delivers tonight, as he's just coming into turn 13 and then coming up then towards turn 14, and he's going into the pits.
Yeah, he backed off on the way down to 13, which was a shame because his second time looked pretty good. All 3 of the sector records held by Mr. Wycombs.
Nicky back out again after his front wing calamity. He's on the super softs now. He's switched over to the red striped tyre, and the tyres available to us tonight is the red striped super soft, and we've got the yellow striped soft and the white striped medium tyre. And it should be interesting to see what people go on tonight, especially with overcast weather as well. Will help out in terms of tyre wear managed. So we'll wait and see what these guys pan out. And I think Nicky's just about to start a hot lap here. I don't expect them to be doing a 2-minute 20 lap. That will be a bit of a poor one there. But anyway, we're going to see how he goes then, as he's just starting his lap. Coming down then on the only DRS activation point on the circuit, as he's just blocked up a little bit. Oh, actually no, 2. I do take that back. I just remembered out of turn 1 there's also one here. So he's using it again, coming then towards turn 2, and just a little bit of a slight lock on the front right, but he gets it completely fine. And oh, massive tank slapper there as we go on board with Nicky then up the hill then to start the middle sector. And what's his first sector going to be? It's a 27.6, which is only a 10th off Wycombs in the first sector. So not a bad start here for Nicky.
It's interesting, by the way, Ryan, that you mentioned that about the tires, because like with an overcast race, you'll have the softer tire as the favorite tire, since the harder tire will be, let's say, harder to get in its, let's say, area of operation, or I want to say that. But people that can do like the super soft strategy will be, favored to win. But people that already use their soft tire here in quali won't have 2 fresh soft sets in the race, so gotta keep that in mind.
Here comes Nicky then, about to end the lap. Then apparently he's done a 56.9 on my screen, but I doubt that. And I think his lap he got his lap invalidated, I think.
120.3 was what it was when he crossed the line. He did go very wide on the exit of turn 11. So that could be what cost him in the end. Yeah, because his registered lap, which is 11, is 121.0. So yeah, that lap was invalidated for Nicky. But wow, I mean, that just highlights how quick a lap that was for Wycombs.
RBK's come back out on the soft tyre. So once again, like he did last time out in Silverstone, he set like a very slow banker lap, and now he's going onto the soft tyres. So we'll wait and see what he does. He's done 27.8 first sector. So not too bad, and interesting to see the strategies tonight, obviously, that we've mentioned about the tyres not working into the temperature range of these overcast conditions. So we could see a mix here tonight, which is what we need there. So yeah, it's going to be
the current fastest soft runner is Berg, and he also did 27.8 in his first sector. So I'll be comparing him to Berg to see how he does. Oh, as he's very wide there. On, I think, again, that's the exit of turn 11. So that's going to catch a few people out, I think. We'll see how he stacks up at the end of this one.
Into turn 13, he goes then very tight, which is what you need to do. He gets a good exit as well. Coming into the final corner, then turn 14. He's got to get this exit absolutely spot on as the DRS gets deployed right there. And it's going to be a 120.4, puts him only P9. And that is, about 4 tenths off Berg's best time on the soft. So he'll be happy with that, to be fair, but he'll be a bit disappointed at the same time.
Yeah, he lost 2/10 in sectors 2 and 3 over Berglen. Sector 1 spot on, but the rest of the lap sadly he lost out.
Yep, Nick B's back out again on the super soft tyres. He's going to try and take that pole position from Wycombs. He's got 6 temps to gain as well, and already he's losing all the time really in the middle sector by 3 tenths of a second. 2 tenths in the first, and then slightly under a tenth in the final sector. So a lot of work to do here for a championship contender in Nick B.
Catch up with him later on. Nooker is... Oh
Retired.
dear, we just caught up with Nooker. He's retired from the session, and he was actually off on a runoff.
I think
he didn't, but he skewed off the track somewhere.
He skewed off. I think he just went off the track there. I think he made a mistake and he just parked up there. But P3's not bad for Nooker. We've got to say he's done pretty well in qualifying, hasn't he, over the last few races? And did pretty well last time out
in the race.
He did a good performance in Silverstone last time out as Vizzy comes out of the pits, and I think he's joined by Slick as well behind him, and then another Haas car behind him as well as
Nicky and the runners jumped up to 5th position, so he's managed to set a pretty good lap outside of my cameras at least.
Only 5 drivers I can see on the super soft tyre. I actually make it 6. Failer's down there in 15th, last man at the minute. So majority of the field going on the soft tyre, which I was expecting some of the drivers to do tonight, because the super softs in these conditions aren't really the best to be on. So we shall see how this goes, as Afro I think is just about to start a lap in the McLaren Honda. We've got yellow flags out in the on the main straight as he's coming then towards turn 1. We're on board with the McLaren driver, and Chris, will take us through a lap.
I was just trying to see actually who'd caused the yellow, but I can't find anyone that's parked up, so don't know what that was for. Afro, where are you? There he is.
Nick is on a very fast lap at the moment.
We'll skip that. We'll go to Nick B because apparently he's on a good lap. So we'll find Nick B.
There he is.
There he is. On board with the Ferrari driver.
So where is he then? He's just gone through. I've lost track of where he is.
Middle sector into the final sector. He goes, and he's done a very quick middle sector. Actually, a 28.8.
Hey.
As Nicky's retired from the session. So Nicky.
He also matched Wycombs in the first sector.
So this could be very close here between the two championship contenders. Here he comes then into the final corner, and is this going to be pole position? Back end slides out there. Oh, that was scary, but he's going to come up to the line. It's a 19.3, just misses out by a tenth of a second. Yeah. But good time though from Nick B. And Fizzy then, I think he's on a lap right now. In the manor coming up then, he's done a 27.7 first sector. It's not a bad first sector actually. He's about 2 tenths off, but doing a good job there in the manor.
So just come round turn 5, then he's going to go through the short chicane 6 and 7. Then starts to come downhill, left-hander of 8, immediately into the right-hander of 9. As he continues then to head downhill, tail end kicking out. Then let's fast left of 10, then right of 11. That exit seems to be catching people out as we get booted out, and I found Wycombs.
I found Wycombs as well, so that's hashtag not ideal for me. There we go. Slick's retired.
Just picked up Fizzy. Then he's just come round 13. Does he improve? 9 tenths down from the pole sitter, his own teammate Wycombs. He's currently 7th. Coming down to the line, tail end kicking out, and he does improve. 4th position, just 3 tenths down.
Not bad that, not a bad job there from Fizzy. Next up is going to be Papa, and in the Renault, who obviously, we know he's quick because he got a pole position in Canada before he jumped the start in that one, which was a bit of a fail there. Mathis retires from the session, so let's see if Papa could move himself up the field then. I think he's the last driver on a lap. Oh no, we've got Chicane as well on a lap. We'll try and find Chicane in a few moments' time.
He's in the pits.
He's in the pits. So Papa will be the last man then to set a time then, as we'll just go out of the camera here. Into the final corner. Is he going to improve? We're about to find out then as Papa comes up to the line. It is...
Third
place. Good job.
Wow.
Chris, do you want
to super soft except Bird.
Take us through the grid, Chris.
So Wycombs then taking another pole position in the manor. 2nd is Nick in the Ferrari. 3rd, Papa, as we've just seen. 4th, Afro. 5th, Fizzy. 6th, Fukataro. 7th, Nooker. 8th, Berg von Tripp. Wow, he's fallen down the order, but he is the lead of the Soft Runners and Nicky 9 Chicane rounds out the top 10. Slick 11, RBK 12, 13 is Mathis, 14 Max, 15 is Fila, or Failer, however that's pronounced. I'm pretty sure he just didn't set a representative lap time, so he'll be starting. Well, he's outside of the top 10, so he'll start on wherever he likes. I suspect he'll start on the softs as I jump out of the session.
We do guys. If you're new to the AOR, and the reason why we back out is that we're not going to be a solid car in the race when we retire, so just helps the drivers, and there's no incidents between us, our ghost cars, solid ghost cars, and them. So we have to wait a few minutes, and then once they start the formation lap, that is when we can join back in again, and we can provide you with the formation lap and give our predictions for this race tonight at Hungary. And yeah, shall we briefly talk about the race today? Any key moments that you want to say?
Shadow Reaper on my side. I won't repeat what he says, but he's exasperating after Hamilton. Same as me, my good friend.
I'm the same, Brady. But I've got to say, Bottas for me impressed me. Even though he was a lap down, he came home in second place. But
I think did Stroll back off on that last on the home straight, or he was just outdone.
OP.
Fair play to Stroll. To be fair, to come to take that third place, but Danny Rick, my God, he was a man possessed.
Yep, he won, which meant I did two shoeies today, so because of it.
But his move into turn one, or moves plural into turn one, but damn.
Oh, that would be. He learned that from Max at the start of Canada.
That would be top 5 overtakes right there if I was still doing it. That would be in, but nah. I've just rejoined the lobby. I'm not jumped in yet, just yet.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I haven't rejoined it either.
But if you guys in the chat want to predict who's going to win tonight's race, then let us know in the comments on both Chris's stream and also on my YouTube stream as well. We'll give you guys a couple of shout-outs tonight, so make sure that you get your predictions in right now.
Yeah.
They started already, so you guys can join. Who's your money on, Chris and Ryan?
I'm going to go Wycombs. He's looked so solid. I'm planting it purely with the mana today. No, for me, there's no question. But he's going to have to work for it still, but I think Wycombs has got the advantage here.
Formation up has started, by the way, the halfway round.
Yep. So
what about you, Ryan? Who's your money on?
I'm going to go, not Wycombs, I'm going to go for someone different this week. And I'm going
you say that every week.
I know. I don't want to, go for the same person. I'm going to go for Papa tonight. He's impressed me tonight.
Yeah. Fair qualifying effort, yeah.
Fair qualifying in P3 as well, so we shall see. But, the weather's a little bit interesting today. It's very light cloud conditions right now, which would affect the tyres. And then obviously we know Marco mentioned earlier that it is going to get overcast towards the end of the race. So tyre strategy is going to be very interesting here. We will see as Wycombs makes his way to the grid stop then for the start of this race here. Make sure as well, guys, you follow Chris over on his Twitch side, on his Twitch channel, and also subscribe to our channel on YouTube side of things as well, so you don't miss out on any of these broadcasts as well. And also subscribe to Marco's channel as well.
Absolutely, indeed. So Ranger Carrot for me, Ryan L83 for Ryan, and Marco FD for Marco. Catch up with us, all of us, subscribe to all of us, so you catch everything that we are all up to, all the AOR action. So we are just waiting for the grid to form. Here we go.
The lights are on. We are about to go live here for round 9 of the Apex Online Racing PC Split 1 Championship. We are away here in Hungary, and I'm going to quickly jump to Wycombs very quickly. It's a good start from everyone. Bit clean than we saw in a few races ago, and Wycombs...
It actually put me in my car so I couldn't see the start.
Oh, that's annoying. Oh my, there's 3 wide into turn 1. 3 wide between Nick B, Afro, and I believe it's also Papa as well. Papa's dropped to P4, unfortunately, so that's not a good start for the guy who I predicted. So the commentator's curse once again strikes again. So I do apologise to Papa.
Great start for Afro then to claim the position already. Then looking at Fugataro, he's in 5th position under pressure by Berg, who's gained 2. He's on the super softs on my screen. I swear he was on the softs.
On my screen, he is on the super softs actually. That is very strange.
He qualified on the softs.
I think we've.
I'm gonna let me double check race director because that's usually right.
But he is on super softs, so.
He is. Something's a bit weird there because he
Must have
definitely qualified on the softs.
It's Christmas lights once again. So
yeah, that's a weird one. So Berg is in. He's
on
getting
super
2.
he is
He definitely is. Fizzy 7, so he's lost a couple of positions in the start. Nooker is in 8th. Chicane 9. Max 10. Max is on the mediums.
Was there a puncture in qualifying on this set? Like the soft set, and then he didn't quali anymore, and then he got super soft fresh tires.
Gotcha. Failer then is in 11th position, so he's going to fuel. Whoops, he's on the soft tyres. Maffus is in the pit already, so we've had trouble. The Haas is in, so that is obviously going to drop him to the back of the field. Slick in the Mercedes, he's running 16th and penultimate position then with Maffus in the pit. Oh dear.
Front wing change for the Haas. He's going to the medium tyres, so not the best of starts for Maffus tonight.
Oh dear.
But in clean air, he can work his way up the field, of course, and
they'll make the end of the race, won't they?
Nah, they won't make it. They'll probably go about 20 laps, I'm going to say, Marco, if I'm correct, somewhere 15-20 laps on the mediums.
Mediums, yeah, 20 laps I think is a good.
So on that topic, I mean, how long are we expecting the super softs and softs to last for?
Some people will pit on lap 7 and some will pit on lap 10.
Okie dokie then. Wycombe's beginning
keep
to...
an eye on Burr because his tires supposedly are fresh, so he should be able to do a little longer on his super soft.
Wycombe's has already built up a 1.2 second gap over Nick B, who's under a lot of pressure by Afro. Papa's got a little bit of breathing space fore and aft, with Fugataro still under a lot of pressure by the Mercedes of Berg. Oh, goodness me, it looked like Berg was trying to get an inside move on 14 there. That would have been impressive, but DRS not yet available, or unless I've gone nuts.
It's been enabled now.
Been enabled now, yeah. So next time around, they will have that. Fizzy still locks on the 6th. There's a big lock up there by Fugatari, who just manages to maintain that 5th position from Berg von Trips then.
Yep, got to say, Berg's got to be the one to keep an eye on, if we are correct in saying that he's got a fresh set of supers here. Interesting to see how he goes, I've got to say, if he can make the tyres last as long as possible. As you said, Marco mentioned he can go a few more laps longer. So we'll wait and see, but I've got to say, Fugatara's doing a good job in the Haas in P5, so good job there. I think Papa's taking it easy now. I think was a little bit shaky at the start, losing a couple of positions, but he's in P4. He's only 2.5 seconds off the lead as well. No need to worry, and just ride his own little race for now, as he's driving the greatest driver. So you know he's going to do well tonight if he's driving as Palmer. So we will see how he goes on.
So Afro then is really staying in contention with Nick B. So well within DRS range of the Ferrari. So Nick B has got a lot of work to do as they come through 13, and this will be where this will be a good opportunity then for Afro to put some more pressure on.
Berg's about to make a pass on Fugataro. The side-by-side going into 14. If Berg can hold us around the outside, that will be impressive, and he actually does as well. What a move from Berg von Trips, and takes 5th place. And surprisingly, they don't get DRS actually, so they must have been very, very close for the game not to pick up any form of who got what. So fair play to Berg there, fantastic move, and he did a Danny Ricciardo from today, of course, for overtake. So good move from Berg.
That was a stunning move. Actually, being on board with Berg didn't do it justice. You saw he was hanging out wide, obviously intentionally given the racing room. And yeah, that was such a brave move, knowing that Fugataro has been struggling for grip a bit. He had the faith that the Haas wasn't going to plough into the side of him. Absolutely, job done then. Afro still right tucked under the wing of Nick B then. A lot of pressure being applied for that 2nd position. That is giving Wycombe's a chance to stretch his lead even further. That lead now is 2 seconds between the Ferrari and the Manor.
I think for any of these guys to try and challenge Wycombe's, they've got to try and outsmart the Manor driver tonight, and maybe pit early and do a potential undercut, as Nick B's lost 4 attempts in the middle sector already. As we saw Papa in the background there, went a little bit wide, but he's completely fine, and he may get a warning from the stewards for exceeding track limits, but we'll wait and see. And I think this could be penalty central tonight, because this track can be a bit interesting for corner cutting, so we'll wait and see how that pans out.
Nick B going to the defensive line, heading down to turn 1. Afro's got the DRS then, but he's got the move. Well, he's nosed into the lead, hasn't got the inside line. Can he hang it on?
Afro's
hanging on, heading down to the... Oh my God, that was so close. Still got the DRS then. into turn 2, and
Still
he's
side
back
by
in-
side. Afro's got it though.
Oh,
No,
oh has he though?
Oh my
Oh.
lord, that was close.
That was either a very minor impact, or Nick B just had to get out of that. That is second position to the McLaren. Brilliant stuff
Fair
by both
play.
of them. Oh my goodness me! Nick B making a statement of intent, diving on the inside of 5, and I thought they were going to go side by side again, but not quite. Great stuff.
Fair play to both of them there. Kept it clean, a little bit of wheel banging, but we respect that. It is racing at all overall, so fair play to the two of them there. But all that's done is brought Papa and Berg von Trips into the mixers now.
Berg's got such a great ringside seat for the battles ahead of him.
Grab your popcorn, because this could get interesting now between these 4 drivers here for second place. But look at the gap now. 4.5 seconds to Wycombs, just from that little side-by-side action right there. That's cost them massively. And you can just see Wycombs there just driving off into the distance. So Wycombs has this in the bag as it stands right now, but still a long way to go. Still got 31 laps to go here in Hungary.
Now Papa is looking to put some pressure on Nick B as DRS open on the Renault and the Mercedes behind, and then that it brings in Fugataro as well, and they're dragging Fizzy with them. So this battle is getting very, very long. This snake has got a hell of a tail on it. So Afro's just beginning to get a little bit of space between himself and Nick B, but how long is that going to last for?
Well, you gotta think that we're getting into the pit stop stages now. Some people will pit early and some will pit late, so we might have someone go for the undercut at the end of the next lap. Not this lap, but next lap.
Speaking of pit stops, RBK's has already been in the pits, and he's on the medium tyres in 17th place.
Oh
as
dear.
he is trying to hunt down Mathis, so maybe they made some contact at the start that we didn't see.
No,
But
he was battling Nick earlier, so something might
yeah,
have happened.
something may have happened. Nuka also down in 14th place on his own. Only 12 seconds off the lead on the soft compound tyres is Nuka, so I think he may have made a pit stop already, so he was the first man to blink then out of the whole field. So that's interesting.
But Berg had a look on the inside of the Renault then heading into turn 12, but that was only ever going to end in disaster if he tried to see that through. And this gaggle of cars is beginning to lose touch with Afro.
Haas is in the
And
pits.
that is Fugataro. Fugataro is the first to blink of this particular pack then from
That's
6th
early.
position.
Early there, lap 6, lap 7, so
I thought this lap would be the first lap to go.
we've
for
also
the
got
undercut,
we've got
but,
Fizzy in the pits as well. Fizzy's also joining
Alright.
us as well in
Yeah.
the
Interesting.
pits, so
Every
So
pit
they
crew's
should-
got
should
super
go for
softs ready.
softs now.
soft
Oh,
tyres.
yeah.
Soft
No,
tyres.
medium tyres, apparently.
I've got softs on Fizzy. And mediums
medium
for Fugataro.
Fugataro,
and
yeah, that's what I've
chicane
got.
also on the soft
Softs.
tyres as well.
Yep.
So
Yep.
mix of
Getting
strategies.
soft.
That's what we want, of course.
Apparently, I'm in 12th. So.
Good job
Oh,
there,
mid-
Marco.
Oh, you're on for points, Marco.
The scenes, if a commentator
Oh!
gets... oh, what happened, Chris? What happened?
Berg just dived on the inside of Papa then for that 4th position, heading into turns that quick chicane, turn 6 and 7. Launched his car in and made it stick.
Oh,
Oops,
a little
right.
bit on the grass there for Berg, and he kept it nicely there. Good save from the Mercedes driver. Just go bring Papa in there. He's getting feisty. Very feisty. RBK in a lonely 17th place, so that's not where he needs to be. Wycom's still staying out. Afro stays out as well. We'll see if Nick B comes into the pits then.
So does Papa. So the Ferrari and the Renault in. Berg predictably stays out if...
Nick B nearly losing it as well. His tyres must be dead on those rears. We'll wait and see what tyres these guys are going to go on. I'm going to follow Nick B as he is going on to the soft compound tyre.
Where's Papa then?
That's a good
There
stop.
he is.
Good stop from Ferrari as well.
Soft tyres for the Renault.
Good, very
I've
quick
got
stop.
I've got mediums on Nick.
I've got softs on my screen. So we'll wait. We'll get
what is-
further clarification on that.
Oh yeah, it is
He's on
softs. Yeah, it's softs.
Oh,
Just
and
check
look who it is. It's Fizzy. Is that Fizzy? Yes, it is. Fizzy is going to jump, and he actually is going to jump Nick B here. So Fizzy doing the undercut has worked for him now. He's going to go side by side and through turn 2.
That's so close.
Still going, and just holds it there. Fizzy, good move.
Oh, very, very nice. Yeah, I've got Christmas tree lights going on for Nick's tyres. They're switching between whites and yellows. So, yep, that is definitely soft tyres on Nick's car then. So Fizzy up to 7th position at the moment. That's a great battle forming here.
Oh,
Whoa! Is that Berg?
But yes, it was Slick. I think it was Slick who went off.
Yeah, it must be, because Berg's up in third. So, Slick in trouble.
Scared me there, Chris. I thought something happened. Afro's in the pits, by the way. And also Wycombs is in. Our race leader is in the pits.
Slick's in all sorts of trouble then, so as he's just lost 2 positions then in one straight. Those tyres have absolutely had it. And yeah, he's going to lose another position, possibly another 2. Surely the Mercedes has got to come in, and he doesn't. Slick chooses not to come in. He's lost 4 positions in this lap alone. 3 positions, sorry.
Just so you know, Wycombs is pitted for the soft tyre, and Afro also is on the soft tyres as well. Busy. Oh my lord, look, there's about 5 cars all in one shot here, and this is for P7 as well. What insane racing this is going to be. Nick B actually has got past Fizzy again, but look behind them, the Haas at the minute has got about 4 cars all scrapping away. So this is a cluster right now. I think that's Slick as well in that battle.
In trouble. Yeah, he's now down to 11th then, so that's a colossal amount of positions he's lost in a lap and a half.
All kicking off here. It's all kicking off, which is what we want to see tonight. And Berg goes around again. Possible 1 stop maybe on the mediums, Marco. Could that possibly happen?
No, I don't think he can make it till lap 15 on Super Softs. That's at least what you gotta do if you're gonna go for a 1 stop for the mediums.
And he's still staying out, is Berg.
Yeah, he's in the lead then. So
a good chance of 2 good soft stints now, but yeah, we'll see.
Failer up to second position.
Tires are fresher, so.
Did a good job, Failer in second place, as you just mentioned there, Chris, and then his teammate Max is in P3.
Max is third.
So if these Force Indias hold up Wycombs, this could help Berg massively here and try and jump as Nick B slips at, the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So Nick B on the charge then in the Ferrari, but Wycombs has to get past Max here as soon as possible because he's going to be held up, and it will bring Afro back into contention.
Definitely so. And behind Fizzy, we've got Fugataru and Papa then having their battle straight after their pit stop. So this big crocodile we saw earlier has split up into a couple of different battles. Papa fighting Fugataru and Chicane fending off Nuka with Slick in the background of that as well.
It's all kicking off, isn't it? It's all up and down the field
It's
again.
everywhere.
It's everywhere, isn't it?
Pretty much every race this year has had battles absolutely everywhere, and this is exactly what we want.
And this is why this is the highest tier in PC online racing on F1 2016. These are the fastest guys we could find, and they are proving that they deserve to be in this top split in AOR. So great to see the highest level of competition as always. But Nick B is on the charge. He's gained a couple of attempts on Afro ahead in the McLaren, so definitely want to keep an eye out there. And I wonder if Berg's pitted, and the answer to that is no. He's still going out there. 11 laps now on super soft tyres, so fair play to Berg, but he's got to be careful of not getting a puncher.
Wycombs has just come
only
past
9 seconds away from the leader. So.
Yeah, Wycombs has just come past Max then for 3rd position.
Failer's
very nearly actually rammed into the back of him, as it was quite a lot quicker coming out of 14, the Mano driver, than the Force India. But no impact, and on goes Wycombs.
Failer went to the pits, by the way, so that's why Wycombs moved up 2 positions.
Failer?
No, Failer's still on track.
Is he still on track? Oh, is he?
Yeah.
You sure? Oh yes, he is. My apologies. It skipped past. It skipped past Berg. Okay, I thought for a second he did.
Maybe Max, the other Force India pitted.
No,
Max got overtaken by Wycombs at turn 1.
Yeah.
But we've got a lovely shot here of Failer's Force India. One thing I love about Cody's replay cameras, spectator cameras, is these helicopter shots. Absolutely fantastic to see. Just gives a great overview of the circuit as well. And we now cut back to the track, and we'll just see if Berg pits again. Is he coming in? No, he's going out again. He's
a long time on the sequence.
He's going. Yeah, if he doesn't, I think he's going basically for a 1 stop, which would be very interesting if he pulls that one off. But is the medium tyre a good tyre to be on though, Marco, around here as a race tyre?
Personally, don't really like it. I would prefer the super soft and then 2 soft stint strategy. That's my preferable strategy.
We'll see. It's
big tank slapper for a failure on the exit of 1 there.
As he's just appeared actually right in front of me, so The replay camera didn't give me justice there. It just showed absolutely nothing, and then he just popped out of nowhere. So
bizarre.
very,
So
very bizarre.
he's got stealth camouflage going on the Force India then.
To be fair though, Failer's doing a good job here. He's maintained the gap to Wycombs behind him, so he's doing very well on very worn now super soft tyres. So good job on Failer tonight. He's doing a good job.
He's on soft on mine.
He's on.
It's soft. He's on soft.
Oh right, okay. I've got super softs on my screen. But
Then I've got Nick B flicking between medium and soft. So the game is lying to all of us at the moment.
yep, the great.
Failure is on super soft tires.
I'm pretty sure he's not pitted. He's one of.
He started on the 15th
Slick's
position,
retired.
so
Slicks out. Yeah.
Slicks out
his
the
will
ground.
be fresh as Berg's are fresh, so
Yeah.
they should pit around this lap, I think.
Berg's staying
My-
out again.
My God.
What is he
Yeah,
got
my
in
race
that car?
director says. Yeah, my race director says failures on the
expect
softs.
Wow. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, my race director says failures on softs.
Mine says it's super soft.
Mine's.
It's
I've
going
not
really
looked yet,
nuts. I'm just going to pick again.
but I'm pretty
Let's
sure.
look at some warnings. We got Papa has 3 seconds, RBK has 3, and RBK has another 3
Oh
so
my
far.
lord,
Oh,
Wycombs,
yeah.
very close right there. But I'm pretty sure Failer is indeed on the super softs because he's now losing time to Wycombs.
Right.
His tyres are now on the verge of death. So
Not a
Really?
lot of penalties so far, just 2 guys. So.
That's surprising because actually I'm seeing a lot of people going wide at 10-11, so we might see a few stewards inquiries because quite a number of people are seeing going too wide on the exit of 11.
this is going to help Berg nicely. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the gaps as it is now for Wycombs and Failer, this is going to help him very nicely, Berg. And also Afro as well, you've got to mention him as well, who is behind by about 3 seconds there as Failer runs wide, and it just gives Wycombs the chance and gets the job done, moves up to P2, and now
Now,
he
Berg
can...
just lost 3 seconds on this lap, right?
Oh wow, I think he's going... Is he going slow? No, I thought he was going slow for a second then. I thought he had a puncher, but...
Yeah, I wondered that for a second.
And he's staying out again.
Still out!
What is
my
Berg's
God.
got in this setup?
Oh, he
Berg?
has to.
He
Like
has to,
the
yeah.
one stop, like you said, maybe, and then the gap is the gap what he has when he goes into the pits. That's the gap that he has, basically.
Wow. Okay, this must be... This is
That's a
interesting.
risky one.
It is very risky to go,
Yeah.
and we'll see if that works for him.
Ah,
I wonder-
territory.
Actually, what does your race director says Berg is on? Because he looks super soft to me, but our race directors are not agreeing on what failure is on. Hypnotizer's just made a good point. Is
Sure.
Berg actually on those soft tyres as he originally qualified on?
That's a good question,
guy-
actually.
Maybe.
That would explain why he's gone on so long. Because surely the super soft cannot go this long.
No. Not in my experience, anyways.
Unless he's got a super duper tyre wear setup.
They'd have punctured by now, surely, if they were super soft.
Camber in the middle.
Yeah, I bet he's got his camera. I bet he has, actually. So we are confused, as you guys will be in the chat right now, with what is going on. We are pretty sure that Berg is not on super softs here.
Good spot, Hypnotisement. Thanks for that.
But yeah, big props to you. But you can just see there Wycombs in the background there, in shot
God.
for the first time. So
Wycombs is reading Berg in a hell of a rate or not.
he is. I think he's got to come into the pits. He does indeed pit then, Berg. 14 laps he's gone on this set of tyres, which we don't know if it is.
Whatever they are.
Well, we'll hope to speak to him at the end of the race and just clarify
It's
that to
gonna be
us.
mediums now for sure.
He's got super softs on my screen, but
Yeah, super soft on mine.
he's got mediums. Medium tyres are on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, mediums. Yeah.
Fader's in as well in the background. Is it Fader?
Does he go on to? Yeah, it's Failer.
It's Fader.
Mediums going on.
He
Yeah.
is medium tyres.
Mediums going on him.
So this is a good. This will be interesting to see if the one stop works against the two stoppers. So will be interesting how this pans out there. Someone just asked where Safzo is. Unfortunately, he can't make it this week, so hope to see him back next week potentially. Just thought we'd just get one out there. Quite a few drivers not here tonight, of course.
Nick
Oh!
got spun by the Force India.
And
Yeah, I
Slick's
just seen
retired
that.
as well.
That's
Nick
a shame.
is stuck. Oh no. And Nick's left the session.
There he is. His car's parked actually out of turn 3
Just not
there,
going,
so
yeah.
he's back
Unlucky.
going, but he's out of the race. So disappointment
Yeah, he's
there,
out.
and that will dent his championship contentions massively there. Bit disappointing.
Which guy did he have contact with?
I don't know actually.
Um,
He maxes up to third.
Apparently Berg
Not
was
sure
on
what it was.
soft tyres.
Yeah, I think it.
Well, Berg was on softs.
Yep, the one STP has mentioned to confirm Berg was on soft tyres and now on the mediums. Thank you very much, one STP, for that. We got a little bit confused with what's going on with the game tonight.
Oh
Grand.
yeah,
Thanks,
15
Cody.
on softs, I guess, is well, it's extreme when you qualified on it, but no, 14 laps is possible, I guess. It is extreme for sure.
Well, as Berg has rather proved, but that explains why he started on it. That explains why he appeared to start on a different tyre to which he qualified on within the top 10. So yeah,
he also lost a lot of time, like 3 seconds in one lap. So
we'll see whether it pays off then. So Wycombe's leads the race from Afro. Max now up to 3rd in the Force India. Papa now 4th in the Renault, under a lot of pressure by Fizzy in the Manor, who in turn is under a lot of pressure by Berg, a freshly reshoed Mercedes. In 6th, 7th is Nooker in the Red Bull, 8th Fugataro in the Haas, 9th Chicane in the Toro Rosso, and rounding out the top 10 is Failer in the Force India.
Good little scrap going on here for P4, as you mentioned, with Papa holding off Fizzy and also Berg von Trips in the... So really Berg has got to get past both these drivers here very quickly if he's got a chance of winning this race, because the rest of the field ahead of him have to pit again in this race. Maybe even 3 stops. We'll have to wait and see. In these conditions, the tyre wear could play a factor before it does get overcast, as Marco mentioned earlier in the broadcast in qualifying. So we'll have to see if the tyres can last here for both Berg. Well, really Berg, especially in this part of the degradation, is not as high as expected. So
or degradation.
Max is probably also not on super softs then, because he's still around driving.
Berg's got to go on Fizzy, as he's actually going for the move. Late lunge into turn 1, nearly making contact there, but they're going to go side by side going out of turn 1. Both have got DRS, so it's a drag race between the Manor and the Mercedes going into turn 2. Who's going to have the advantage? And Berg again, a brilliant move there around the outside, but it's not done yet, as Fizzy's coming back again. They go side by side going through turn 3. They're still going side by side up the hill, and Berg's got it done and moves up to P5. So good battle there between Berg and Fizzy.
Berg is a man on a mission today. That's the second time that my buttocks have clenched watching his racing manoeuvres. My goodness me, that was something amazing to see. So Papa is then the next in line then for the freshly reshoed Mercedes.
Yep, our race leader Wycombe's then into turn 13, has a little bit of a lock-up and has got a 5-second lead right now as all. And Afro's made a mistake just before turn 13 there. I don't know what happened there. He must have...
I don't know what he did there. He ended up on the infield.
I think he lost the back end a little bit there. Maybe had a little bit of oversteer, but just went really wide and just lost it. So a bit of a strange one, that one. And he's lost a second in that last sector. So Afro's got a lot of work to do now if he wants to win this race.
Max then in a 3rd position has a fair distance between himself. There's about 1.7 seconds between himself and Papa. So the Mercedes and the Manor still having DRS then, closing in on the Renault. This battle is by no means finished.
He is yet to pick up laps on whatever set he's on, I don't know.
We have no idea what Max is on. We have no idea what he is. He's on the super softs on my screen.
Mediums, but
he's on
my screen shows mediums, yeah.
I've got super softs.
No way, not this far.
No,
my screen says super softs as well, but yeah, 14th place, I reckon he started on mediums. He should have. I mean, then he should have pit on 20.
My race director says mediums.
His back end went there. Early sign of degradation, maybe, as he's about to form a train behind him as Berg's there. You've got Papa as well, and also Fizzy in the in the process there. So interesting.
You're struggling with the word degradation, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So we have a Ryanism of degradation.
Yes, that is a good. That could be the word for me.
Yes, that is your Ryanism.
Ryanism, the Ryanism degradation, right there.
He stays out.
He doesn't pit though.
No.
He has to stay out till lap 20 if he started on mediums.
True.
He won't make it on the soft still, yeah. But yeah, he's gonna lose some places here.
This surely is a slam dunk overtaking maneuver. DRS for the Renault. Oh, he doesn't go. I thought Papa was going to lunge on the inside there, but he thinks better of it. Maybe with the second bite of the DRS cherry on the way down to 2. And no, he stays on the racing line. Oh, just as I say that, he jumps out doesn't make the move though. But that battle is really... Now this is going to play back in the hands of Wycombs. Whoa!
Oh,
the Force India Force India got all out of shape, put Papa off his stride there. But this is playing right back into the hands of Wycombs because Berg is not able to make a move here. So, yeah, the Wycombs-Berg battle is definitely one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I've got to say, he's got to get past them quickly here. If Berg's got a chance to win this Grand Prix, he has to really, ideally, get past both Papa and Max here in this race. But and Berg very close to the back of the Renault there, and gets a good run as well. As I have a little bit of lag as Berg just gone down the inside, late lunge into that turn 12 and gets it up to P4. Wow, okay, that's interesting there from Berg, but fair play to him.
But like you say, he had to do it because he was losing so much time behind this train. Now he's the amount of pace that he's going to fly past Max. There he goes. Doesn't even need DRS. He's got the job done before the DRS is open. So that is third position then to Berg von Trapp. So you can easily see him running off into the distance. But he's now 17 seconds behind Wycombs. So that's hurt.
That is going to be close, actually, after a pit stop there. Obviously, Wycombs will be on a fresh set of tyres at the end of the race, of course, so...
He's also on better tyres now, I mean, in terms of compound. I don't know, in terms of freshness.
Yeah, so this that could well have hurt Berg's progress, but you never know. We've seen people retire with big leads to themselves, so it just takes one mistake for the boat to be rocked. Afro then, in holding on to that second position, he's 7.5 seconds down from Wycombs now. Very much on his own. There is nearly 10 seconds between second and third, although Berg now really getting into his stride. He's broken away very easily then from this pack of three. Now Papa going on the inside of Max, heading down towards... Oh my goodness me, that's turn 12. Papa's got the move done. Can he get it to stick? Oh, impact between the Renault and the Force India. That spun Max round. Oh, don't. Oh, he was lucky he ghosted there because he rejoined the track.
Fizzy's in the pits, by the way. Fizzy first man to blink. Bit early, I've got to say. I think
it's earlier than I was expecting.
He pitted on lap 6 already. So
maybe a set of the mediums?
No, soft till the end.
It'd be soft for him, surely, yeah.
Yeah, someone's on the mediums for Toro Rosso, I believe that is. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, soft tyres, so I got that wrong. So
soft for Fizzy.
Well, it is the ideal strategy, so, in my opinion, at least.
I thought he would have gone a little later, but like you say,
chicane's on.
So it's already done, like.
Mind you, yeah, that's 15 odd laps he's put on those softs, isn't it?
Crashy crash in the chat. So obviously, I think they've seen it, but chicane comes out on the medium tyres.
Oh, that's strange.
Strange. Yes, it is.
Maybe he doesn't have any fresh softs.
Any softs left. Yeah. RBK is up to 8th position now in the Toro Rosso.
I think all the RBK fans on my stream will be happy with that, so we'll get him some moment of fame. He's on the medium tyres as well, and he's chasing down a Red Bull.
It's Nooker.
So, been a bit quiet as RBK, and I think his streak of podiums most likely will end tonight.
Sadly so. He's been such an impressive driver since joining the Split 1 League. But, yeah, like I say, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. A lot of things can happen. Technical difficulties, power cuts, wheel blow-ups, everything like that. You never know what can happen in these races.
Wycombs has just come out of the pits, literally right behind Berg.
Papa's in as well.
So Wycombs has had his next stop. He's right behind Berg, though, by a couple of seconds.
He's on the softs as well.
He is.
Papa's going for another set of softs. So.
Afro still going out there. Our race leader.
Papa comes out in 9th.
So, yes.
So yeah, Afro now leads.
He does indeed. So I wonder what he's going to do here. Would he try... Actually, no. I was going to say super softs, but we know that won't happen, so...
No.
A lot of people are asking in the chat if your marker could do a bwah to the chat.
Again?
Yeah, people want it. So,
but it's not with a B in my opinion. It's more like ma.
And that's why we love Marco. Very much. So Afro then, as we see one of the Saubers in the pits, so it could be me, I think, because I'm stone dead last. Doing
Yeah, I retired because the game had to put me in my car for some strange reason.
It's more a moi than a bois, right?
Yeah, I think so. More,
Moi.
more as Afro's in the pits. So my boys are out, and they put super softs on my tyres apparently. So they're going aggressive tonight.
Oh, right.
No, it's soft tires for me.
And
For who was this? Oh, for you.
Afro.
Afro's
for
on
Afro.
soft tyres. Yep, he's going to the end.
Afro
He's come on in
soft.
P5, and he's got a nice gap
Nice.
behind him of to Nooker.
How is Berg in first? Oh yeah, Wycombe's pitted.
Battle for third position, Fugataro and Fela. So, yeah, that's going to help
This
Afro
is
as
not
well.
good.
'cause it's on-
Berg's just had a little bit of a scary moment there, going through a Williams AI car, which I believe is Marco. So,
Marco, yeah.
And
No.
look who's right behind him right
It's
now.
the manner of Wycombes. Look at that. So the battle for the lead is on.
So this is going to be interesting now. Berg will have to defend for his life for these last 30 or 12 and a half laps here if he wants to win this Grand Prix. Whilst Wycombes, if he passes him here, it's game over, I think. And Wycombes is actually...
Oh! Wycombes knows he can take his time. He's got the fresher, much fresher tyres and softer tyres as well, remember. He knows he can take his time. Berg is the one under a lot of pressure at the moment.
He's all going to come down really to tyre management now. Obviously, we know Berg can go comfortable to the end of the race. Wycombes as well can, as maybe as well. But in these conditions, as Wycombes has got DRS, so we could see a move into turn 1.
Berg looks like he's going to try and defend that inside line. He does. He takes a while to get to that defensive line. He parks right in the middle of the track. And nothing Wycombes could do except for kick the tail out and lose a lot of time there. Oh dear, oh dear. Now he's going to have to really up the pace then to close that gap back down. He closed it down fairly easily before, but will he be able to do so now?
Looks like
just have to shake it off and get on with it. He has 11 laps left.
I think I might have accidentally slipped a bottle onto the track, and unfortunately, Wycombes picked it up there. So, yep, it will give Berg a little bit of breathing space, but he's not far ahead of Wycombes, even though he made that mistake. So, got to say props to Wycombes for bringing it back there after that mistake at turn 1. So, good job on him.
Fugataro is pitted then, so that's the battle for third position now between Fela and Afro. Afro's been through the pits recently, so it would seem that the McLaren's going to have a pretty easy time getting past the Force India. We will see as they head down towards, that's 10 and 11, they're coming through now. And this is a prime opportunity then for Afro to get that third position. Not quite, not close enough, so that battle continues.
Still following the leaders then. Berg is really now under pressure from Wycombes. Going to jump on board with Wycombes, the manor driver, as we'll go on board with him there into the cockpit cam. So great insight here for what the drivers experience in real life. Of course, as he's going to make a late lunge into turn 1. They're going to go side by side, but Berg has the better exit and holds on to the lead there. As the camera, just to give you justice there for a little bit, Berg defending the inside, so Wycombes is going to attempt the outside line, but just can't get it done, and Berg holds on just about there. But they're going to go, I thought they were going to go side by side for a minute there, but Wycombes has got a good run here, but he's going to hold it out for now and stay behind the Mercedes driver. It is getting very intense here with 11 laps to go.
And it seems that Berg has like the lower wing settings, because as we saw in quali, Wycombes, his second sector was also pretty unmatched, except for Nick B. And on the straight, Wycombes has trouble, making the move.
What wing settings would you run, Marco?
I personally also go for pretty high, 10-9, but possibly Berg might be running a little lower than this.
I would have
And
gone
you,
higher.
Ryan?
I would have gone 10, 11, 10, 11 wings maybe. I'm not confident around this track. It's one of my weakest of all tracks, as you may have seen from my career mode stuff. I do terrible around here.
Here we go again.
Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Round 2 then.
Closer this time, or Wycombes rather is closer.
If I was Berg, defend the inside, but he's left the door open, and this should be a move done. But you know Berg never gives up, and he actually does a brilliant move there. And it's going to be a drag race again. But Berg, importantly, has the inside line, and is maybe go for a late lunge here into turn 3. Does indeed. They're going to go side by side. A little bit of wheel banging between the two of them. They're going to go side by side going through turn 3, and Wycombes gets it done. And we have a new race leader. It's Wycombes.
But is he going to be able to hang on? So now Wycombe's the man under pressure from the Mercedes, but the Merc has the more worn tyres than the Manus, so this could well be job done. But like we saw Berg make a small mistake that closed that gap up before, Wycombe's could do the same. Still a long way to go, whilst under this much pressure to the checkered flag.
Apparently,
Well, here's the second sector, so you see Wycombe's pulling away.
a bit of a question from the chat, which I've just found out. Apparently, one of us three sounds like Lance Stroll. So I'll leave that
He's
up
a
to
Canadian,
the chat.
so he's
That's
a Canadian.
interesting.
So
Who speaks the most Canadian in the chat between the three of us? Let us know in the chat.
Canadian?
But
Well,
that was from Philip
usually
20.
have a-
That was from
they
Philip
usually have a
22.
French accent on them, so I don't know who quite falls into that category.
I don't know.
Who ends their sentences with A?
I've had me apparently like Martin Brundle, Andy Davidson's a popular one as well that I've heard.
Well, for you, for a comparison to you.
Yeah,
Oh, right, okay.
which I don't really believe, but
Martin Brundle, he's from Norfolk, so that's a.
I don't know how that works, but considering I'm from the Midlands, so yeah. That's
Well,
good.
to be fair to Brundle, he worked very hard to ditch his Norfolk accent. That's where my family's from, so I know full well what a Norfolk accent sounds like. And hello to you, McLaren Superfan 2. Nice to have you in the stream. Good to have you along.
Oh, hello. Nick B has joined us in the chat.
Oh, hello, Nick.
He says, thanks for watching me race over the last season and a half. Is that an indication Nick B could be leaving?
Oh,
Could he
What's-
be leaving the AOR? That would be a shock to see.
Yeah.
But we hope you don't believe that, Nick. We love you. We don't want you to leave. You are quick, so don't leave us. I beg of you. I will do a shoey if you stay.
there you go. What more incentive do you need?
What more do you need?
Hello, GA89. Good to see you. Hello, TPW. Good to see you on my side as well. Hello, everybody on both sides of the chat, on Ryan's channel and on, of course, on my side. Always glad to have you along. Always much appreciated the comments and feedback and what have you. Always happy to have the fan interaction throughout this race. And so, lap 28, 7 laps remaining then for Wycombe's to fend off the determined Mercedes of Berg.
Apparently now I'm apparently Seth Rogen, which is a bit of a bizarre one.
Who's Seth Rogen?
No idea. Berg's doing well, I've got to say. He's matching Wycombe's pace, which is interesting. He's only half a second behind. So maybe Berg has got something out of the hat, is putting something out of the hat here in terms of fuel,
Drops
maybe.
like 7 tenths over the lap, and then he gains up again in the DRS tenths so far.
So we could be going down to the wire here, which we would not be expecting here, I've got to say. So I've got to give props to Berg here, even though he's on the slower tyre. He's managing to hold on here to Wycombe. So we'll wait and see what the gap is going to be in this middle sector. And from 6 tenths, it is now
Still is.
slightly
just a few
down.
hundreds
Is
in
it?
it.
Yeah, only a couple of hundredths there. So we'll just take you through the field quickly. Obviously, you know Wycombe's and Berg are the top two. Then it's Afro in the McLaren in P3. Then it's Failer in P4, doing a stellar job for Force India. And we've got Papa holding off, I think that's Nooker in P6.
Yes, indeed.
Fizzy P7, you can just see in the background. And then we've got Fugutaro as well, just in camera there. Then Max is in P9, holding off Chicane in the final points paying position in 10th. And RBK having a disastrous race here today, who's apparently on the super soft, so I think he may be going for a cheeky fastest lap.
Yeah,
in
same here.
P11. And Mathis in P12, and Nicky in P13, which I believe will complete the field. And yeah, so there's your field, and the gap at the front is now 1 second exactly. So Berg is now out of the DRS.
Out of DRS, yeah.
There's quite a lot of debate on my side, Ryan, on the real life events between Hamilton and Vettel under the safety car.
Sorry to interrupt you there. RBK gets the fastest lap, so all the RBK fans will be
good
delighted
boy.
with that. So good job,
Fair
RBK.
play.
I salute you.
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
this about discussion about Vettel, Chris?
What did you see? Have you seen today's race in Baku?
Of course.
You did, yeah. Well, it's just where Vettel nudged verticommas into Hamilton under the safety car. Personally, I think Vettel should be, and Vettel then had the audacity to say, "What dangerous driving am I being penalised for?" I think, I think they were too lenient with the 10-second stop go with that, to be honest.
No DRS for Berg.
But he has gained 2 tenths though. He's now back under a second. He's giving it everything he's got now. He's pushing that Mercedes to the limit. Afro's on his own, unfortunately. He's nearly 10 seconds off the race lead. So he's having a little quiet one there. But he's got to keep an eye on Failer behind, because Failer's actually catching him very slowly. So one to keep an eye on. There's a battle going on between 1, 2, 3, 4 cars then for 5th place with Papa, Nuka, Fizzy and Fukataro as well. So that could get very spicy with 6 laps to go here in Hungary.
Indeed. So just coming around turn 2 at the moment. Again, one mistake, it's going to completely reshuffle this order then, potentially. So yeah, that's quite a spicy battle going on. I thought there was a car catching up at the back of it. That's actually Marco's ghosted Williams.
Oh, I thought for a second there we would have a Williams. But it reminds me of Safso, but obviously he's not racing this week. So hopefully we can see him back in the future, in the next few races. We'll have to wait and see. We know why, but we won't mention it over the broadcast until we get further clarification on what has transpired.
Let's see if he has DRS this time. It looks closer.
We're back
But
to the
he
front.
doesn't.
He doesn't know. So what is the gap then? It's just over a second.
Painfully close to that DRS.
He is. I'm just going to keep an eye on this battle then for P5 between Papa, Nuka, Fizzy and Fukataro. So Papa's on the softs, Nuka's on the mediums, and Fizzy is on the soft tyre. So and Fukataro as well. He is also on the soft tyres. He's actually going. Looks like he's going for a move there on Fizzy, but backs out of it there, driving as Esteban Gutierrez. So having that Mexican pride in his helmet there, and I bet he's had some burritos to try and get some energy and try and fight with Fizzy and try and get up to P7. So hopefully he can get past him.
I just had a great comment on the Twitter side. Creasy, one of my regulars. Hello to you, sir. Good to see you again. I love this. I've got to read this out for because this is brilliant. He said, I just joined but got in for the Vettel-Hamilton discussion. Stroll on the podium, McLaren in the points, the end of the world is actually near.
Exactly.
Brilliant, love it. Yeah, and Hypnoton said Verline 10th in a 2016 Ferrari engine. That's also true.
By the way, Nuka has got past Papa.
Oh, and Fukataro nearly ran at the back of Fizzy.
Oh, kicking off. Back to the front then. As
Berg lost half a second in the last lap, so Wycombs is putting the hammer down.
he has to pray now Wycombs' tyres go off.
Or he makes a mistake.
But they won't, so...
Well, he has to pray on a mistake, basically.
That he does. It's like more likely than his tyres going off.
He's not likely to get a puncture, is he? Unless he hits something or someone.
You never know. It happened to me. 6%.
Well, that's true. He did, didn't he? Yeah.
60% tyre wear at China, and look what happened there. So.
Yeah.
What did you touch?
Absolutely nothing.
A spring roll.
Well, not a spring roll, but.
I thought like punctures shouldn't like occur after like 70%, but.
Bit of a weird one, but who cares?
Cody didn't like. Cody's didn't like you that day.
Yeah, they didn't like me that day streaming, so you know.
But you modded your game, so might be a little.
Nah.
You have like 2017 season now, right?
It's just paint jobs and change of names. Apart from that, everything's the same.
What about performance?
Nah, not touch that territory. Half the tracks aren't finished yet, so I avoid it. So back at the front, then we'll see what the gap is again. Berg is 1.5 seconds behind with 3 laps to go. He needs really half a second a lap here to have any chance there. But I think that battle is done and dusted at the back. Then Fader doing a good job in P4.
Jinx it, Ryan.
Papa is not letting go of Nooker at all. He's pushing as hard as he can. Very nearly lost the back end coming through 12 and 13. He's now got DRS on the Red Bull. Nooker jumping to the inside to try and defend. Papa's not gaining enough.
Got a good run. Oh, and just
he's going to run outside.
Pulls that off. It'd be a good move there. But he stays put. He has got the DRS again. It's coming down here towards the next turn 3. And is he going to go down the inside? No, he stays put for now. And the pressure now is mounting on Nuka here. He's trying to hold on there. But where's Fizzy? Has Fizzy disappeared? Where has he gone? There he is.
Fizzy
is in P8. He's been overtaken by Fukutaro, and he must have made a mistake at some point.
Yeah, to be that far back. Yeah.
To be that far back. Right there. But Max in P9 is chasing Fizzy down and is joining Chicane's joining the party as well. Also, RBK is closing in on Chicane. So we've got a battle for the last points paying position here with a few laps to go. So it will get very spicy at the bottom end of the field. But at the front then, Wycombe starts the penultimate lap then of the Grand Prix, and he's pulled another 10th on Berg. It's now 1.6, and he looks like to cement his lead in the championship right now. So this is a great opportunity here for Wycombe to build that lead he's got already. So been a good race though today, I've got to say.
Oh, what a move by Papa. I was just looking at him. I just glanced over the chat, and as I came to, so to speak, he's done an inside on the turn 14.
We could see 3 wide here into turn 1. Fukutaro is right in this mix now for P5, and it's going to be a lunge from Nuka, but gives Papa space, and it looks like Nuka's got the job done. Camera's not being justice here. There we go. 2 wide.
It takes such a long time to pick him up. That.
This is going to get interesting. Camera again. Oh my, 3 wide.
Oh my goodness me!
But Fukutaro moves up to P5. What a move from Fukutaro. And
he does a Danny Rick in two cars in the same corner. Absolute belter. Talking about opportunistic.
Absolutely fantastic there. Daniel Ricciardo would be proud of you, Fukutaro, for that move. Absolutely. We've seen some fantastic overtakes tonight. Overtakes with Berg especially, with the majority of them tonight. But Wycombe's then will start the final lap then of the Grand Prix. And the gap is Berg's actually gained a 10th. It's now 1.5 seconds. So unless Wycombe's...
That's enough.
If Wycombe's has a moment, then it's back on again. We know he made a mistake at the exit of turn 1 a few laps ago when he was behind Berg. So you never know what could happen on this last lap. But we shall see.
Yeah, it ain't over till that checker flag drops as this battle for 5th position continues, now led by Fukutaro. The Red Bull and the Renault both getting DRS, but that feel a little bit too spaced out then to try anything into turn 1. This battle could be done, but you just never know.
You never know. Never know. It's a great battle all through the field as well, which is what we want to see in AOR, of course. And got to say at the front, Wycombe's looks comfortable here to take the victory once again in the PC Split 1 League and extend his lead in the championship. But I've got to give Berg credit for the one-stop strategy. Only 2 seconds really off the race lead, so fair play to Berg. And here he comes then into turn 13 then for the final time. Takes it nice and smoothly. A little bit of curb, but he gets away with it. But into turn 14 then he comes then. And he will win the Hungarian Grand Prix, round 9 of AOR PC Split 1. A big win this one, and he's delighted with that. You can see him weaving there. He wins in Hungary with Berg just behind him in P2 as well. But we're going to look down and wait for Afro. There he is in the McLaren, coming home in a respectful P3. And Failer, for me, did a fantastic job on a one-stop as well in P4. And I believe it's his best finish of the season. So great job there from Failer. And Chris, can you take us through the rest of the field?
I will if the game lets me. So Fukutaro hanging on to that 5th position at the moment then, and he's just done it as well. Nuka comes across 6th, Papa 7, and Fizzy is going to come across the line in 8th position, so his tyres just gave up towards the end there. There he is in that 7th place. Max is coming across the line. Oh, so penalties to apply, because I'm sure Fizzy's just gained a position. So that was Max, Chicane, and I can't remember who the other...
RBK's happy, so that...
RBK, yeah.
Could be a sign of...
Mathis then.
Could be getting some points to RBK. We have to wait and see, because his driver of Kvyat was very happy in his car. So we will see. And we're just waiting for the final drivers to make their way through. And then Chris...
Mathis in 12th. And Nicky, I think, is the last one to cross the line. Yes, he is. That's 13th position for the Renault. Whoa, what could have been for him.
So Chris...
So Wycombe's then taking the win. Berg von Trips in the 2nd position. Afro, it's a great effort for him. Failer in 4th. Nuka 5. Fukutaro 6th. Fizzy indeed 7th. Papa 8. So Papa was actually demoted. That's obviously down to penalties. Fizzy, a rare penalty applied to him. Well. Even the greats make mistakes. There was actually 3 penalties from Papa. That's why he was down to 8th. 9th was Max. 10th, Chicane. 11th, RBK. So he was just outside of the points in the end. Maffus 12, then Nicky 14, and all others did not finish.
So, what a race that was. Very close at the end. So,
absolutely stonker.
We will now head to the interviews, which is my favourite part of the broadcasts, of course. Who do we bring in first is the question, lads. Who do we bring in?
Race winner, obviously.
Yeah, let's start with Mr. Wyckoff.
I will need to mute my mic because I have a phone call.
Okie dokie. I'll, Marco, can you grab him?
Yep.
I'm just going to sort my windows out here as well. And we will get these questions underway. There he is, Mr. Wycombe. Second win in a row. How are you feeling, sir?
Sweaty. Very sweaty. My room is unbelievably hot at the moment. I can't.
Good job, man. Congratulations on your win.
It was very hard, I guess, because I wasn't sure why Berg went for the one-stop strategy. Well, I didn't know what was the best strategy, to be honest. But I was told that the 2-stop, which I did in the end, was faster, and I guess proven how Berg held on in the final, stint, even though he was on incredibly old mediums, just shows, I guess, if he would have gone for the same strategy as me, I think it would have been even closer, and I think, probably had the pace advantage as well.
Now the interesting thing was you both were stuck behind a certain group of cars for a certain time during the race, and that cancelled each other out a bit. That's why you were so close coming out of the pits to him.
I see. Yeah, I noticed just from the team chat that Fizzy was trying to hold him up a little bit.
I mean, did you feel at any point that the traffic you were stuck in, did you think, oh, no, that's lost, that's done? Or did you just think, no, focus on each corner and pushing for the win?
Honestly, I was very satisfied after my first pit stop when I came out. This is why I also extended my first stint to avoid more traffic. And I came out in 4th, and I basically had only 2 cars really to overtake to Berg. And I thought, I have a very, very good shot here. I didn't think at all. I just tried to take my time a little bit with the moves, not to do any, stupid things, which is why I probably lost a little bit more time behind some guys than I would have, would have been optimal. But I guess worked all out in the end.
So after your second stop then, and when you found yourself right behind Berg for the lead, was it sort of tempting to push that a little bit too hard, or was it just easy to think, no, my tyres are fresher and softer, I will get him in the end?
Well, I thought the second thing first, but then I realized, okay, maybe I should try to start passing pretty early, because then the longer the stint goes, the better his tyres will get to compared to mine, and the easier it is for him to stick in my slipstream. So I took it a little bit too serious and had a little bit of an off track there, I think. Not sure if you caught that, but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
That was probably the only real mistake I did that race.
Shake it off and concentrate. That's what I said after that.
Yeah. But well done, Fizzy. You had several supporters on both Wycombs. I looked at Fizzy's name. That's why I just said that. So great job, Wycombs, extending your championship lead. So yeah, did you think you were in for a shot with leading the championship at this stage, especially missing the first round?
Not at all. Not really. I mean, it's really a dream how it works out at the moment, really, with the races. Even though, I mean, Hungary is not a track I particularly enjoy, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, at the moment it works out pretty well, and it's going to be interesting in the next few races, I guess.
Great job, good sir. Any shout outs you want to give, such like? You rather gave them last time, but anything you want to give this time?
I don't know. Maybe the opposite of a shout out, and maybe the opposite of a shout out to Fizzy's wheel, who keeps going off center. So that wasn't too good for him.
A shout down.
Shout down. Yeah, exactly. No, apart from that,
Great,
Apart from that, I have an awesome team.
great job, Wycombs. Well done again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then, Mr. Marco, assuming that Ryan is still busy.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
here he is.
Great.
I would like to bring in a certain Fukutaro for that epic last few laps with his overtake. So I would like to bring him in.
Crack on, sir.
I'll bring him in, and then I will have to go after this. So
Okay, short interview session tonight then.
Yep.
Fukutaro!
if he's there.
Fukutaro? Please be there.
Hello.
No! Denied!
Come on.
Oh, that's a shame.
We'll put him back, but I think we'll wrap it up,
that's a
gents, tonight. But we'll take you through the updated standings then for anyone who is still here. Wycomb's on 149 points now and has a 20-point lead over Berg von Trips as Nick B potentially could be leaving the leagues, but we don't know yet. For what I heard in the YouTube comments, he's in third on 98. Afro's
I take
down
it he didn't respond then after we asked for further on that one.
I'm not sure. Afro's on 92, Ram on 76, didn't take part tonight. Fizzy in P6 on 58, RBK on 48, Fanrazer 35, Fader 32, and Nooker completes the top 10 on 22 points.
Driver of the day, quickly before you head off, Ryan.
I'm going to go for Thaler in the Force India. Best performance of the season for him. Did well on the one stop. And I think it's someone different, you know, from the regulars we get. So Fader deserves it for me.
Yeah, Hypnotisement on my side also voted for Fader. You, Marco?
Obviously, it's easy to say the race winner, of course, but yeah, he is of course worth mentioning. In terms of, let's say, driving, I think like the guy that we just wanted to interview did a really good job coming from where he was on the grid. So Fukutaro,
yeah. I'm sticking with Wycombs. I'm being predictable. So
standard Chris right there, everyone.
Oh, totally right. So.
But that will wrap things up then tonight for the AOR PC Split 1 Championship. Next week we are at...
What do you think, Ryan?
I don't know. That's why I'm leaving the pause. I think it's Germany, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Hockenheim.
It's Hockenheim. Not been to that one in a while. So Germany it is then. Next week, same time, same place, 8 o'clock UK time. So it'd be great to see all of you out once again. I want to say a massive thank you to Chris once again, my co-commentator, for joining me in the booth. His Twitch channel is going to be what exactly?
It is Ranger Carrot 1980 on the Twitch and Ranger Carrot on YouTube, where my commentaries always get uploaded to afterwards.
And also a massive thank you to our Finnish Ted Kravitz, Marco FD. Marco, do you want to give a final boss to the chat?
I don't know.
Oh, you know. And Wycombs has just popped into the chat, so... he's mentioned he's missing 2 races this season, and he says thanks for the stream with the hearts. So thank you very much, Wycombs, you ledge.
Good job.
And I just want to say for myself, thank you so much to everyone on my end. We hit 15k this week. It's a great moment for the channel, so thank you very much, guys, for your support and stuff.
Great effort.
Thank you, and
good job.
Normal service will be resumed from tomorrow. Just thought I'd give you a heads up there. But also make sure to check out Chris's Twitch as well. He's got Project Cars coming up this week and something else, I think.
Yeah, I got Project iRacing on Wednesday. Yeah, so that's my new venture. Hopefully I got some Rocket League on Tuesday and Friday. Oh no, it's not Project Cars this week. That'll be the following week. So, yep, I still got plenty going on.
Good stuff. So, from myself, Chris and Marco, thank you so much, guys, for coming out again. If you like the stream, make sure you're ready to like the video on the YouTube side and subscribe and turn notifications on if you want to see more of it and not miss out. Follow Chris on his Twitch as well, so you don't miss out on that end. And subscribe to Marco because he's a ledge and he's our Ted Kravitz. So all the technical analysis go to him. But we will see you guys next week, same time, same place in Germany. thank you so much for coming out, guys, and I'll leave it to you two to end the stream. So, adios from me.
And it's a goodbye from King Kodiak.
I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Good night.